Welcome, everybody, to the Thanksgiving holiday edition of the OGs of the DMV, coming to you from a sacred location. Your boy is on vacation. You gotta love it on the holidays. But here we here to talk about the Washington Commanders. These are my fellas, Trey Z, Big Al. What's going on, gentlemen? Y'all had a good holiday?
Yeah, happy holidays, fellas. Happy holiday. Good holiday. Good eats. Good eats. Always good. How about you,
Always,
Trey?
all
Everything's all good, gentlemen.
good, good. Well, we was hoping for a little help. Well, we actually, the Dallas and Giants game, we were winners either way. But had like them stank Cowboys to lose, but it's all good. We now tied for, I guess it will be third place, right? Tied with the Giants. So
We
nobody's on the actual bottom. So we got a game coming up this week that means a lot. This means a lot for Taylor. This means a lot for the offensive line because this is going to tell us whether we can hang with the Giants. The Giants who came down to earth, came down to our level. You got to love it. So we're going to play these boys, the Atlanta Falcons, who don't have the best of records, but they are formidable, if nothing else. Their defensive line has been playing pretty good. So you know how we're going to be run heavy. So it's going to be a battle in the trenches. Once again, what do y'all think about the game this week? They don't have Kyle Pitts is out. That works for us. But that's about it. We've been beat before by third string receivers. So we can't take anything for granted, especially when we can't go downfield consistently. Yeah, fellas.
Well, I mean, it's going to be a tough game. The thing is, at the end of the season like this, or towards the end of the season, we've seen it accumulate a lot of injuries. And every year we always make with Ron. Put this way, with Ron, we do a 4-game winning streak, and all of a sudden something happens. We go through a period of time there that we just because the injuries really. Last year was the COVID bug that got us, and this year it seems like it's going to be an injury bug that got us. We pretty much lost our top cornerback for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
St. Jude's, he's not going to play. And then I think one of our D linemen is out. Was it Benjamin? Was it Smith William Smith, or whatever his name is? I think he's out too. Isn't
he? Yeah.
He's out.
He was full practice on Friday, so
he was.
He good to go then.
Oh, he good to go then. He playing then.
Yeah, that's good to know because Chase is not going to be at full strength for the rest of the year. So we need each D lineman that we can get, whether we got to stretch him across the line or whatever. Mark, Byron, happy holidays to you, brother.
We also, this team, Atlanta, is a running team, which plays to our strength, but they run to the tackles. They don't run up the middle. They are a zone read run team to the tackles. They stretch it out to the tackles. They don't really run directly in the middle towards our strength. So that means that our defensive ends going to have a big game this week. The defensive ends have a big game of stopping the run. And as you know, we only got one linebacker, which is our second-year player. That's it. We got the old guy out there. I think he's out there.
Hey, don't disrespect John Bostic.
Okay. We got
oh, really? He's on vacation for real. This is the guy who was like John Bostic. He was kicking him out when we first got
him. Oh, man.
Well, Boston's going to be out there. Hopefully, I don't know if he can get to the corners, though, D. I don't think he can get to the corners.
Nah, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Thanks, Mark, man. Same to you and your family, brother. Appreciate you.
So that's going to be the key. Can they stop our run or can we stop their run? I don't think both teams are not great passing teams. Both teams took some injuries. I think whoever can run the ball the best is going to win the game. What do you think, Tracy?
I think it all boils down to, like I said, staying consistent on our end, going what works.
Mhm.
I don't foresee them stopping what we have and what we can do. You know what I mean? As far as if they clog up the middle, we throw it to the flats. Something that we hadn't seen since game, like what was that, game 4? We got to start working with all the things that worked in those previous games, man, and then that usually gets us moving. I do agree with Al. We are a running team, and I think that we could stop their run. We have limited individuals many a time, that came in here big time running backs, didn't get big time except for Derrick Henry. He's something different. But ideally, I think that we can, we need to steal this game, folks. I'm just bottom line is we need to take this game right here. This game is important. We steal this game. New York kind of played his hand. You don't know what New York you're going to get. You know what I'm saying? I think we'll split with them. And then, like I think when the last games, I think I had 3 in a possible. That keeps us in the thing. And this Atlanta game is the one that I have as we can win. So Scott's going to have to stay focused. He's got to stay focused, man. Scott's got to put the right play in the play. And Del Rio can't be stingy on the blitz. He did better the last game, but he can't be stingy, man. Don't be stingy.
They did say that Scott Turner has hit his stride. Is that right, Big Al? He's hit his stride over the last 5 games.
I mean, I don't know if he hit his stride, but he definitely has got better.
Thank you for that answer, Al. I like honesty.
Well, I want to say welcome to DC Hoopla, who just subscribed. We appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, man. DC Hoopla, man. You got to get on State of the Wizards. Watch the State of the Wizards show, folks. Yeah. Those of you who are Wizards fans, man, those guys got an awesome show, man. Gotta get on it.
Let me ask you this. Since we're going to be run heavy, who do you think going to get the most yards? Number 8 or number 24?
24.
24? You think we're going to need more speed than power?
No, I just think that 24 has the wiggle. All right. You know what number 8 needs? Number 8 needs perfect blocks to get him going. And then once he's going, nobody in the secondary can singly tackle him. So that's when he's going to break one. I thought he almost had one last week. He was so close. He got up close to the secondary and was like, and the dude grabbed his ankle, but he was about to break it. 24 got the wiggle, man. He can get out there and go. And I think that opens up more yardage, not because of his play style, but more of just, logistics.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah. Well, that was the knock on Robinson when he came out, was that he didn't have that speed, but he had that power going up the middle of his keys. Big Al, you think Robinson gonna get some good yards this year? Because you got to remember, we're gonna have to run. This is gonna be a run centric game, so we might even bring in the number 3. Yeah. Waterbug might even get
the Waterbug sighting. Y'all predict the Waterbug sighting?
Well, we got a lot of people down. So
he's up. He's up. We understand he's up. He is up. I got number 8 car getting the most yards. I think 3 yards in the cloud of dust, 4 yards in the cloud of dust. With the offensive line that we got, what we have. I just want to keep the ball away from a running quarterback and Patterson. Atlanta got a running back named Patterson that killed us last year when we played them. He can do it all. He's like a wide receiver and running back, and he's a kick returner. He does it all. And he put work. He put good work on it. We beat him last year with Heineke with the lucky bombs he threw to your boy.
Yeah.
But they were beating us. If y'all remember correctly, Atlanta had like a 14-point lead with a different quarterback, of course. It was a different quarterback. And Heineke came back and put some of that moxie and threw it up to Terry.
Yes.
And won the game for us. So that was probably Heineke's best game last year, was that Atlanta game last year when he brought the team back. We were down 14 and Heineke brought them back. This year, I think if we get up 14, their quarterback cannot compete with us. So the key is who's the first one to score and the first one to hold the ball. I think we up 14 points with their quarterback, Atlanta's quarterback. They cannot come back. Heineke has more of the ability to come back than what's the quarterback's name for them? What's the guy?
Mariota.
Mariota, yeah. So Mariota, I just don't see him. He's a running quarterback, and he's a game
He's
man.
Washington's fifth string quarterback.
Yeah, he's
last year. We wanted him bad.
Yeah.
Well, Mariota, he is a running quarterback, but he hasn't been running that much this year. He's been a little inaccurate as well when you put the pressure on him. So we have a chance at pressuring this guy when he drops back because our D line is playing right now outstanding, outstanding. They're playing. I mean, we have had several games with 5 sacks at the least, 5 sacks a game. That's the kind of defensive line that is pushing.
That's
I mean?
That's
yeah.
No
so with
Trey, who's taking St. Jude's place?
Wild Goose. They're bringing Wild Goose back up. Wild Goose. Wow. They had Danny
Johnson.
Yeah. Johnson's not taking. It's gonna be Wild Goose.
What?
Yeah. They like the young boy. Man. They like he's a little handsy, but they like Wild Goose, man. So that's what. Hey, listen, I didn't ask a question. You asked. So I'm just telling you what you're saying.
I mean, our secondary may be a little weak this game. Hopefully,
only one position.
Well, yeah, okay. So hopefully Mariota is off with pressure. We'll keep that pressure on him.
Yeah, got to. So the blitz. So the blitz becomes important again.
Now they do have a good receiver that we tried to pick up from USC. The big tall guy's having a good rookie year. Can't think of his name. Damn, we were trying to pick him up.
Yeah, but but they're saying what was his knock coming out in the draft is coming true, that he's not getting much separation.
Right, he's a big body guy.
He's a big body guy. So our biggest problem is going to be Cordarrelle Patterson. This dude is the Swiss Army knife of Swiss Army knives. Right. He was that before Debo was.
Right.
So and he came out as a receiver, but he does more work as a running back.
Yeah.
But last week you can see he has the ability to go 100 yards on a kick return. So it's going to be important for our special teams to do their job this week. Yeah. It's going to be imperative that we keep this guy. Matter of fact, kick it out of the end zone. Don't kick. If you punt it out of the sideline.
Yeah, we don't
need
to give him a chance.
We don't need to give them that kind of pressure. Let's just keep it. Let's keep it fair. Let's keep him in the backfield. I think. And he has gotten better this year, too. I think he's better than he was last year when we played him. But I also think our defense is a lot better than they were last year. So we're going to have to use our speed guys to be able to make this dude go left or right. So that's my key to the game. It's going to be that defensive line. Whether we can get to Mariota to keep him in the pocket and whether we can shut down Cordarrelle Patterson.
Yeah. Now, it's going to be a rainy game, I understand. So supposedly the first 2 quarters is going to be a good down shower, good rain going on. So definitely going to be a running game. When it rains, it's mostly a running game. So it's going to be running. We have to not cause the major mistakes, the fumbles, the interceptions. Whoever wins that battle too is going to win this game too, I believe. We got to hold on to that rock. Heineke cannot make that fatal mistake. Trying to get warmed up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He has to hold on to that rock and not make that.
Be judicious with the ball.
Yeah, because I personally believe whoever scores 14 points quickly is going to win the game. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah, whoever gets out the gate fastest.
Right. And Atlanta is in a battle with Tampa Bay to win that division. That's a weak division. Atlanta's in a battle. They're right behind Tampa Bay or right with Tampa Bay to win the division, and also the wild card. They're in a battle with us, but the wild card, that last final wild card position. So they got something to play for.
That's true. But it's going to be a tight game. I don't think this is going to be a blowout either way. I think this is really going to be one of those tight games that we have to prove that we are winners and come out at the end and then do our job. And you're right, Heineke is going to have to not throw the ball as loosely as he's been throwing. I mean, we're not going to get away with that pass he got away with the first throw he made last week, where dude just dropped the ball. I don't think Atlanta's going to do that. Their defense is horrible. It isn't great, but it isn't going to be just giving the game to us, man.
Hey, Tracy, did you read that tweet that RG3 put out a couple days ago?
Was that about Heineke?
No, it was actually about the Jets receiver, but it had Heineke in it. The Jets quarterback, but they had Heineke in it.
I think I saw that. I can't remember what it said, though.
It basically said that because they mentioned the Jets quarterback,
right?
Yeah, and he has the same stats as Heineke, and he's actually a little bit better stats than Heineke. So RG3 was saying that basically number one picks get criticized more and get harshly judged more than
he might be in his feelings.
Than lower picks.
Leave Bobby 3-6 alone. Hey, he might be your owner. You better watch it.
Yeah.
That would be ironic.
Hey, he got you on that team. But it's interesting, though. And I mean, not to take anything away, I do believe that is, to what he said, to some extent is true. Because nowadays, I mean, you got to tell the kids at Pop Warner, if you decide you want to be a quarterback, there's a lot more to football than you think. You don't have the luxury because you become the captain of all your teams. You become the reason why you win. You become the reason why you lose. And all of those things. I mean, that is a heavy position when it comes to the sport. I mean, let's be real. And so when a team decides to pour all their energy into the draft to go and grab you at quarterback, yeah, the expectation is higher than the guy coming in third round that, out of Tulane that was okay. You see what I'm saying? And then that guy, all he got is the trajectory to go up from there because everything he does well makes him look good. But whereas this guy can't make a mistake. You got to be either Tom Brady or Peyton Manning from the start.
Right.
I mean,
that's absolutely true. Because and that comparison is apt because even though they have the same stats or somewhere close to it, Heineke gets a lot more play here than he would if he was the number one pick. If he was the number one pick, they would be.
I think personality has something to do with it too, though. I mean,
that's true. That's true.
Dude, Zach Wilson's personality, I heard, is not good. He has a bad personality. People in the locker room don't like him.
Well, he's short.
Yeah.
Got that Napoleon complex.
He's got to do anything.
It's something called a Napoleon complex.
Anyway, Zach Wilson's the one that I think what's the name took his girlfriend from him on our team. Dak Mills.
Dak Mills. Oh, that's the guy.
Yeah, that's the guy. Yeah. Zach took his girl.
Hey, Dax Mill will not be playing this week, so
yeah, he's hurt too.
We will have to put. They might have had to bench him because they benched they said you guys are marketed together. If he's not playing, you can't play.
Yeah, the girl, his girlfriend, huh?
She shut them both down.
Eating hot dogs with his girlfriend.
But I think personality does have a play, man. Our guy Heineke is very well liked on the team.
You gotta stop that.
I know.
I'm just saying that'd be cold, wouldn't it? Just sitting in the sideline. He's not even on the sideline. He in the stands.
He is well liked, Big Al, but it's just when you are number one pick, your ceiling has to be a lot higher than
right.
Floor.
I think that's what RG was saying, man. But nonetheless, Heineke was on a sofa, 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why, as average as he is, you will look at him and say he's coming off the sofa. He's better than you know what I'm saying. So you give him a lot of leeway.
That's the American super story. Everybody wants the guy who was the garbage man, you know what I'm saying, to get his one break and he doesn't.
Right, yeah.
Right. All those kind of things, man, that's perfect for those guys. But when you come in and you feeling all good, you got your gold chain on at the draft. You see what I'm saying? Right. Everybody's like, okay, Mr. Gold Chain, what you gonna do? And you go out there and throw up on yourself. You'll never touch another football. All your endorsements. Now your college will still love you. because what you did in college, obviously. But
Right.
outside the NFL, you better get out that city because they
Yeah.
ain't got nothing to say to you.
Yeah, that's
Well,
true.
let's wrap this first section up with who's going to win. If we win, what is going to be the score?
Oh, we back on scores again.
We're back on. If we win, which I assume we're going to win, what is going to be? Is it going to be a blowout or is it going to be
It's
close?
gonna be a tight game. It's
It's
gonna
gonna
be
be
a
a
tight.
tight game. I think we're gonna score over 20 points. It's gonna be 24-21.
I'll get bullish. He had us getting 10 last week.
I think we're gonna score. I think we're gonna score over 20 points. I think that Robinson has to have a good game. Robinson, and I personally believe that Allen and Payne just got to continue to dominate in that middle. With Sweat dominate that front line. If those guys have a good game, I don't think that Mariota and their passing game can beat us. If we stop the run, their passing game can't beat us. And I like to see what our safeties can do with Patterson. We got a little bit better safeties this year with Patterson. Can we cover Patterson a little bit better? And play Patterson. But I think 24-21. I think that Atlanta's gonna play hard. Atlanta plays hard, but we at home. We got our fans. I think that Mariota's gonna make a mistake. He's gonna fumble or throw an interception, and that's gonna give us that extra little boost to win the game. And Sly's gonna hit a 45-yard kick.
Oh, Slider, man.
Oh, Sly! I'm loving Sly right now.
Yeah, you stole my. I think
score.
Sly's going to be the answer.
Sly's the answer.
Because it's going to be a tight game. I hate to say this, guys. I'm still not over this. I try my best to be, but we do play to the level of who we play. And I think we just because I wouldn't have felt that way if we put a mud hole in the Texans like I thought we was. I called the 30 slot, but they didn't, and I was just like, what? They're not showing me anything why we shouldn't.
I'm gonna give you 30. Technically, we got 30.
Technically, thank you. We did, but we didn't.
I mean, my man slid on the 5-yard line. He didn't have to do that, but that was 30.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Thank you for making me feel a teeny bit better. But I still get nervous about our team when they go up against squads where they feel confident. And that confidence, man, unless you have a coach on the sideline to get them to stay focused. Like a Belichick to say, hey, man, no, this game is not over. They're going to play hard against us. So I'm going to call 21-17 our way. And it's Sly. Sly's going to have to do his thing to keep us in the game. So it could be easily 24-17. But either way, I think it's going to be tight, man. I just do. Something about Atlanta, man. They're interesting.
We barely beat them last year.
Yeah. Or any year, to be honest. I don't think we ever blew Atlanta out, ever.
Right.
Being that we play down to our competition, we also sometimes play up to our competition. So
that's right.
Absolutely. Depends on how they come out, we come out. So I think it's going to be close too, but I think it's going to be a little higher than that. I think it's going to be like 24-21. Us. 24-21. And it's going to be that last Joey Sly 58-yard bomb. But who knows?
In the rain.
in the rain, pouring down, cold.
If he kick one of those in the rain, man, I dare him to cut him next year. I dare them cut him next year. I'll be down here, the only one at FedEx protesting. One dude. He's been out here 3 weeks.
In the rain.
In the rain.
All right, fellas, let's talk about these Washington Wizards, man. Let's talk
Wizards.
Because their game last night was very interesting, and I think that one of the commentators did say something pretty pointed about our team, is that even though we are a good team, we have a nice big 3 rotation, they don't believe they're good. You know what I mean? And I think that's what he said when it came down to toward the end. It's like, do you really believe that you are good enough to beat people? Or do you just trying your best to beat people? You know what I mean? Because there are teams out there like, Golden State and all of them, they know they can beat you. And they look like they know they can beat you. Right now, I think that West has to get off of that isolation with Bill at the tip, because that's what he was doing last night. When it came down close to the end of the game, they were running Bill isolation, and he was making some points. But good teams rotate the ball. It doesn't stick with one man. We don't count on one person. And I think we gotta remember that we have more than one guy. Now, Bill's gonna facilitate like he was last night as far as being the point guard. We got to have shooters around him that's going to knock some shots down. You know what I mean? And he has to have some lanes to throw the ball. But last night he was just driving to the hole and putting it in, which was fine, but it didn't work every time. And then we had nowhere to go. So, and of course he dribbled one off his foot. So
He had to bring
nothing
that
you
up.
can do about it. I'm just saying that kills me, man. That kills me. As good as handles he has,
He
he has
crossed the
to.
heck out of one of them Bama's, didn't
I'm saying he got handles. He just has to slow himself down sometime. Man. Be direct with your ball. Know where you're gonna go before you go. Sometimes he just get into a rhythm where he just start crossing and turning and flipping, and then the ball goes a different route. So I think they should have won that game last night, but they didn't. So ain't nothing you can do about it. But for the home stretch that we had, they were 5-1, which is good. That shows that we can
he?
hold the ball at home. We can compete at home. We can win at home, and we are a better team than we show sometimes. I think that the announcers should go into the locker room and tell them boys that you guys are good enough to win these games. You're better than you think you are. Just play basketball.
I mean, Deacon, I think it's his effort. What I saw last night, it was Miami just played hard. I mean, for whatever reason, Miami played hard. We were a better team. We had better talent. I felt like last night they were shorthanded. They didn't have Jimmy buckets. You know what
They
I'm
had
saying?
dudes from the Go-Go's. They had
Yeah.
dudes from the G League, man.
G League. They had dudes out there from the G League. They wasn't full. But the two games that we lost to them, they just played harder. They just played hard. You know what I'm saying? And
We've
for
been a soft
whatever
team for a long time.
for whatever reason, because Wes is supposed to be a defensive coach. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason, we are at one tempo most of the game, and then 4 minutes left, we try to turn the tempo up, and we just don't have it. You know what I'm saying? That's just not for us to be competitive. We got to play better D. I mean, for their big guy, he was killing us the whole game, and he's like 6'9". What's the guy? Oh, I can't think of his name. Can't think of his name right now. He was killing us the whole game, just driving down the rack.
Oh yeah,
and then
but that dude good, man.
huh?
That dude's good.
Oh, he's good. He's good. But then Gafford is not improving like we thought he would. You know what I'm saying? He's just not. He's. I guess he is what he is. You know what I'm saying? And then Denny. I don't know. Denny can be.
Come on, Moss. Come on.
Nah,
Denny had a
Come
off
on.
night.
Come on.
Denny has the talent to. I think Denny has more talent than Deacon think he does. Denny just seems to be passive in his personality sometimes. He needs to be more aggressive.
Yeah,
That's
he had an
my
off
thing.
night. He was bad last night.
Yeah,
He's bad last night. I was
Hey,
just,
listen, man. I don't dislike.
and then
Denny.
also the same
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
with
yeah.
the other guy, with the headband, Kisper.
Kisper.
Yeah, Kisper was not. He was not doing anything last night.
Yeah, I mean,
So
You couldn't count on him.
here's what we were talking about and when we was on State of the Wizards, and I want to say one more time, State of the Wizards, guys. If y'all don't know that show, go and like and subscribe. However, you had Kispert with 35 minutes, Denny with 31 minutes. So they played. They had a lot of playing time. And between both of them, looked like they only were able to get 12 points to come combination. So we got to look at the coach at this point and say, okay, when are you going to see that Denny shooting 4 threes, missing all of them? All right. Kispert only got 1 for 7. Is that 3-point shooting? You know what I'm saying? Or do we now look at them helping us to win games in a different capacity, man? Because unless you give me 50% on 3-point shooting, you're not shooting threes. This is what killed us last year. Remember, we would go down and everybody thought they could shoot, and he was just kept pressing them to shoot threes, and nobody could shoot threes. All right, now we got Porzingis was off last night with his three. He was 1 for 4.
Yeah, he was off.
But now the big three altogether, You had Kuzma with 28, Bill with 28, and Porzingis with 18. So, Big Al and Deacon, do you think he's going with the big three motive now? You know what I'm saying? Or is this just how it turned out?
I just feel that the big three gotta be able to beat half baked Miami without Jimmy buckets. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to beat Miami.
Can't beat
And
them when if we're not getting offensive boards because your boys are shooting up, 13 threes and only making one. That's what kills us.
it's
It's
an effort.
a turnover game, man. That's a
To
turnover.
me, to me, it's an effort thing. It's just an effort thing to me, man.
Well, the
I get you out. That's true. That's
you
true.
know it's yeah. I mean,
They
when
just
I
want to
when
go
I
down there and
saw
glass it instead of getting in there and get somebody got to go down there and get dirty. Remember we said they need a
yeah,
junkyard dog. They need somebody down there who's going to clean that up
we don't have
and
that.
be
We
like,
don't have
okay,
that.
if I miss this three, there's a 50% chance that my man is going to get the easy,
we do.
putback.
Hey, Deacon, we do have. He is real old, man. What's the old dude with the
Taj Gibson,
Todd Gibson? He just can't play every game. He just old, but he's kind of a
but
junkyard dog type of dude.
you know what he is? He's a professional rebounder.
Yeah,
At this point, he's
that's
a professional rebounder.
yeah,
And
but
we
And, but
he's
need that.
like
but here's
he's
my problem.
40 though. I mean, he can't
Yeah,
play.
no, he can't play. He can't play a lot of minutes, and he can't play a lot of minutes back to back.
Right,
So
right, right,
he's
right.
just on the bench right now. Hopefully, he's schooling Gafford. Here's my problem: is when I was watching the game last night, and the first rotation, they brought in Gill instead of Gafford, and I was trying to think. I mean, it looks like even our point guard, the new guy, that we picked up on the 10-day rotation. I forget, is it Goodwin or something like that?
Something like that. Good one. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, he plays hard, but and Gil plays hard, but it's like we were talking about earlier with Heineke. The ceiling isn't there. They are who they are, what I'm saying, and
Yeah.
they play hard. And sometimes you need that, but we need to develop Gafford. He has a higher ceiling than Gil. Gil barely made the team last year,
Right.
and Gil plays hard, and he does things, but this is the problem that we always have. We never develop our talent. You got to pick your talent and develop them. We're not developing Gafford. He hasn't had
Not
one move in the last 3 years that he's been here.
He ain't got no,
You need to develop one move,
he ain't got no hook
one
shot.
move.
He got nothing.
He got nothing. He don't have a post move or nothing. It's just slam and rammer. You know what I'm saying? And you can't do that. You got to develop this guy. I mean, if you want him, you got to develop him. It's like we don't develop people, man. And if you start bringing in other people just because they play hard, you know, are we trying to build a team or are we just trying to win games? That's the decision you got to make.
that's
But
the
if you
question
try,
I've been trying to ask for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
yeah, because that's the same question.
Yeah.
And
That's
and I give Unsell a little bit of pass as far as being a defensive coach, because when you're the head coach, you got a whole bunch of different responsibilities. So you can't just concentrate on training the defense up. You know what I mean? You got to delegate. And I don't whoever's the head of the defense right now is not putting the work in, or we're not seeing the fruits of his labor on the court. But I'm a step back on that because I don't know what they're doing with Gafford, but this dude needs to develop some kind of move. You can't be that good. You can't jump out the gym and not have one post move that you can go to. You know what I mean? Because most time he can jump up and reach the rim no matter where he is. Give me something. Right here, he has nothing unless he's just not doing it, but he has nothing.
So, so that's what I'm saying. He must not have any offensive presence down there because, like you just said, even if you could jump out the gym and touch the rim, then you get down there. He could be the guy to clean it up. You know what I'm saying? Put him on the court. So essentially, we're so committed to being air patrol and shooting all these threes. You need somebody who's gonna go down there and give us another chance. Because and if he could do that, then do that. And if he gets his hands on it, he's in the paint. Well, go ahead and finish it up. Get the foul, go to the free throw line, and do what you got to do. But don't just not use him, man. I don't. He played well last year. It's not like this is. It's not like we're bringing him along and he hasn't shown anything yet. He did last year. We counted on this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Last year they started trying to come up with nicknames for the guy. So
Yeah,
I'm like, now all of a sudden he's garbage. What
I
happened?
know.
What
He's a
happened? No,
landlord this year.
something else is going on in my opinion. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I just think they need to develop him.
Yeah, I just think that they was hoping that he would develop, and he's just the same guy. And once the league figures you out, you know what I'm saying? They can figure you out. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean,
what's up, Walt? You late?
late, baby.
You coming on here late for?
I would say the unicorn is the rim protected though. I would say
Yeah.
it's 7-2.
But it's funny when I watch him though. I mean, there are a lot of little dudes be scoring layups on him. He be jumping. I just don't. He's tall. He doesn't have like a high
Who you talking about?
radius
Gafford?
jump. No, we're
No,
talking about
unicorn.
unicorn. He doesn't
Unicorn
jump
ain't never
high.
had to block nothing his entire life. Somebody told him you don't ever play defense,
Not
and I
now.
think
He
that was the problem.
he averages almost 2 blocks a game.
Yeah, he gets
So
blocked. Yeah.
he's blocking. It's
Um,
just that they be
I believe
driving on him a lot. You know what I'm saying? And that perplexes me. I have no idea why this dude
I
can't
mean, the
block.
game before last, what's the little dude from Miami, man? He was killing him, little fat dude from Miami, the game before last, Wednesday night. What was that?
Lowry,
Lowry.
Lowry.
He
Yeah,
was
yeah.
killing them that game, man.
I know, right?
He
Yeah.
was killing
So I
them,
mean,
man.
that's no excuse, Walt. We here, you supposed to be here. Hey, we just teasing Walt. T Walt, one of our best customers, man. He one of our best people,
the
man.
best,
We love him.
the best.
Um,
That weather looks
please.
good down there, man. That weather looks good down in the tropics, baby. Looking good down there, baby.
Get some sun.
Hey, but
Lean back, get some of
I
that
will
sun,
say,
son.
hey, listen, man, I need some sun, baby. I will say this though. I will say that it is hard to play a team 3 times in 7 days. That's a hard schedule. You really get that's like worse than that's about playoff schedule.
Right.
But I think that I mean I'm not down on the Wizards. I just think that they need to be more aggressive, like I said. We're a soft team right now. We like to shoot threes and jumpers. We don't have one dude that'll just bust you in the rim. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm so upset about Gafford, man. They need to. We should be able to throw it down when somebody is on him small. And then same thing with the unicorn. He needs to get more post presence as well. Because when somebody he last night he had like 4 inches on some people and wouldn't shoot over them. That should that's all day long.
Or,
All day long.
or scare him to death by just taking a step forward and just yakking it on him.
Indeed.
Anybody who
Indeed.
wants to be a poster, step in there, and then he'll have clean sailing all the way, man. I mean,
Mhm.
people get afraid of the bully ball, man. But sometimes you just got shown, man. I can do this too, and that's
Yeah.
just that thought. Like, okay, do I want to step up in here and let this 7 foot guy yak on me? I'm
Mhm.
not, and it's an easy too.
Yeah. And you see our resident statistician putting up stats about the paint. We have to find somebody that is good at rebounding. You know what I'm saying?
Who
I
wants to
mean,
rebound?
yeah, yeah.
Young guys don't want to rebound, man.
Kuzma was doing that, but I
Last
know,
year, last
yeah.
year, yeah.
So, but now he's more on the outside
Hey,
because
Well, he
Al,
wants to
the
score now.
space.
He wants to score.
Yeah.
Al. Then he had the most rebounds the whole game, though.
Don't tell
Hey,
DD.
hey. Ru- Rui is my guy, but he wasn't playing last night. He was out. He wasn't available last night. So they did have his presence on
Then
the
he had
inside.
9 rebounds, Deacon. I know you tried to
Uh,
over that.
oh no. Listen. In the beginning of the game, he was running a double double on me, a triple double almost, and then he just disappeared. So
I just think he
and
gets less
if you
aggressive.
if you if you can't shoot, then you got to rebound. So he should be down there rebounding because he
But
That's
can.
right.
DK, I
I agree with
think
that.
Denny has a lot of talent. Believe it or not, man. He just his personality sometimes
Big
leads
guy.
him the wrong way.
Big guy. What we always say: talent means nothing if you don't show it.
Yeah, that's
You have
true.
all the talent and potential in the world, but if you only giving half stepping,
Yeah,
ain't nothing we can do about that.
yeah, that's
Let's
true.
let somebody else develop that.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
That's true.
all right,
Well,
fellas, let's get out of here, man. Let's get out of here. Let's.
Hey, man, we wanted to talk
Yeah.
about another 30 minutes, but I see you want to get some of that sun down there.
Hey, the food is ready, baby. I got my eye on it over there. The line's getting longer. I got to go.
Yeah, you got it.
There's about 25 people up in here.
I hear you, man.
Hey, man, it's good to see y'all, man. Good to see y'all on this holiday weekend. Glad everybody is safe. I appreciate everybody who stopped by. Big Walt, Mark, all you fellas, man. Everybody else who came in and left. suckers. Y'all should leave a comment.
No shout outs with no comment. No comment,
No,
no shout out. No comment, no shout out. Hey, but we would like for those of you who did stick around, please like and subscribe to our channel, man. The more likes we get, the more YouTube will share it. That's all. And the like button is free. You ain't got to subscribe. Yeah, maybe it's something about people about subscriptions. You know what I'm saying? People still get Jet Magazine, even though it's over because you can't get rid of the subscription. But we would love for you to subscribe, but at least hit the like button so others who will. Because we want to make and grow this channel, man. We got to get it up there. Got to get it up there. The OG's got something to say.
That's
look
right.
for our new channel 2 coming up. I ain't gonna tell you what it is yet.
It's a secret.
Hey, Big Water, I'm in Florida, man. I'm in Florida. Kissing me down here in Claremont next to Orlando.
It's me. Shout out.
All right, fellas, we'll see after the win, lose, or draw. Live after the game.
Go Wizards.
No, we're talking about the Commanders.
Oh, the Commanders. Yeah, go Commanders.
We ain't going out of the Wizard game.
Go DC and DMV.